Part 2. So how do Second Life librarians manage and deliver information and resources in virtual reality? Librarians provide reference on-site in their virtual libraries and by visiting other Second Life communities. They use chat, IM, group IM, and voice as their live communication tools. They make their library resources available through interactive digital objects such as this book that's readable on screen. Objects are clickable, such as this graphic poster on Eastern religion, which delivers a pop-up note card with more information that can be saved to inventory and referred to later. You may also click on a digital object and retrieve an electronic resource from the internet, such as this book, The Horn of Plenty, by Louis Armstrong, which was digitized and made available through the Internet Archive. Some objects, such as this catalog, when clicked, will take the user out of Second Life, for example, to a website catalog, where they may click on a topic of interest that will link them or teleport them back into Second Life to another site, such as the Art and Photography Library at Info Island, where they may roam, explore, and select more resources. Some objects link to embedded slideshows and information kiosks. And objects can also stream video and enable film presentations within Second Life. Or they may launch your web browser, such as occurs when clicking this laptop, which links out to the internet to a YouTube video. Digital objects also link to audiobooks, which play on-site. Another form of information delivery lies in the architecture of Second Life, where the environment speaks for itself. At Vassar College's Second Life site, they've painstakingly created a replica of the Sistine Chapel, enabling art history students and visitors to examine this masterpiece up close. At Renaissance Island, there's a replica of the Globe Theatre, where plays are performed. Imagine the effect of being able to stroll through Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night, or through St. Paul's Cathedral. Immersive learning environments, role-playing, and reenactments are also innovative tools for the sharing of inquiry and information in Second Life. A librarian, for example, may direct a student to Renaissance Island, where a colleague posing as Henry VIII is prepared to engage visitors in a conversation about life during the king's reign. Or perhaps visitors might want to experience the art of jousting. A trip to the land of Lincoln or to ancient Rome allows exploration of another era. You may even want to chat with the librarian at the Library of Alexandria. And as Second Life evolves, educators and librarians are exploring more complex and effective methods of communication and participation, such as integration with other systems and computer applications. For example, Sloodle combines Second Life technology with the Moodle Learning Management System. And in February 2010, Linden Lab introduced their latest Second Life Viewer 2. In addition to a variety of new features that make it easier to manage functions in Second Life, the new viewer now incorporates shared media content, enabling creators to place web pages, video, flash content, and other web media onto any surface in Second Life. So what's happening with libraries in Second Life? Libraries abound throughout Second Life, and two initiatives are particularly noteworthy: the Community Virtual Library, formerly known as the Alliance Virtual Library, and the Alexandrian Free Library Consortium. The Community Virtual Library was spearheaded by Lori Bell, whose Second Life name is Lorelei Junot, of the Alliance Library System in Peoria, Illinois, through the Second Life Library Project. It began with one humble island that evolved to over 40 islands, now staffed by international volunteers up to 80 hours per week. The AVL has grown immensely since its inception and now has partnerships with nonprofit agencies such as ALA, educational institutions such as the San Jose State University, and government agencies such as the Centers for Disease Control. For more information about the Community Virtual Library, visit infoisland.org. And the book, Virtual Worlds, Real Libraries, edited by Lori Bell and Rhonda B. Truman, contains essays from many of the library professionals in Second Life, including several who work at the Community Virtual Library and the Alexandrian Free Library Consortium. The following is a sampling of some of the information centers that can be found at the Info Archipelago. There's Info Island's Forster Library, the Da Vinci Observatory, the resource centers at Info Island International. There's Illumination Library. There's the Information, Communications, and Technology Library, filled with technical resources, teachers' toolkits, guides to Second Life building, scripting and appearances, vendor product links, and freeware. There's the Science Fiction and Fantasy Portal with a tribute to Snow Crash. There are virtual resources centers. And there's Peace Park, dedicated to the world's religious resources. There's the Genealogy Research Center and information centers at Health Info Island. And then there's Rachelville, a children's library, a whimsical environment of creatures, castles, secret gardens, embedded with links to children's and young adult literature. There's Mystery Manor, dedicated to the genre of horror and mystery. The Alexandrian Free Library Consortium. The AFLC is a consortium of community-based libraries. It's affiliated with the Alliance Virtual Library, the Second Life Library Project, and Info Island. But its approach is a bit different. It provides services and resources suited to the various theme-based communities it serves. Among the many communities that the AFLC serves, there is Caledon. Caledon is a community dedicated to the 19th century imagination. Its library director is J.J. Drinkwater. Among the many libraries in Caledon, there's the Whitehorn Library and the Madame Curie Library. All of the libraries in Caledon provide a variety of resources, services, and events for its members. Here's a screen capture of one of the library reading rooms in Caledon. If you were to click on any of the posters, it would generate links to resources on those subjects. Then there's Winterfell. By its own description, Winterfell is a twilight dream realm, a gothic fantasy region inspired by the magnificence of medieval castles and the romantic elegance of Victorian manors, basking in the splendor of twilight, designed and inspired by stories, dreams, and creative interpretations of reality, with a majestic library. Then there's Amatsushima, or Heavenly Island. Amatsushima is an Asian-inspired community devoted to tranquility, creativity, and reflection. It's filled with exquisite scenery, an art gallery, a variety of gathering spaces, and a library currently under construction that possesses exquisite resources. Then there's New Toulouse, the community in which I and several of my colleagues live and work. New Toulouse is dedicated to the spirit of New Orleans, Louisiana, and its surrounding swamplands and bayous from 1890 to 1920, or the Jazz Age. It's complete with a recreation of the famous New Orleans cemeteries. You may stroll down cobblestone streets and shop in a variety of marketplaces. Take a ride on the streetcar named Desire. Celebrate Mardi Gras. Relax in a cafe or music hall and listen to Radio Reel, the music radio station, internet radio station, created by Gabrielle Reel, the owner of New Toulouse. And visit the Toussaint Louverture Community Library. Browse our collections, enjoy our galleries, view our featured collections, and participate in a variety of periodic events such as the Louis Armstrong exhibit and dance. The Toussaint Louverture Community Library has recently been renovated. Join us in World Now for a tour of more Second Life libraries.